New.
If I see that it was just coexist, I'm like, this guy's, he's not cool.
What the hell were you doing?
That sounds like some
in,
Christian
the,
shit.
like
though,
late
coexist.
2000s.
Coexist, but no,
That's
it's the
the
thing
thing,
that
that's
has
what the
all of
Trinity
the.
is.
It has all of the like the C is like a crescent for Islam, and like the O is a Star of David or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
I just don't want, like, as in, like, if, like, thing is, I don't know. I don't want my symbol, if it's supposed to represent me, to be, like, with other symbols that, you know, I don't know. I don't want to coexist with everyone.
You don't want to coexist with anyone.
I mean, I want to coexist with people I want to coexist
chose
with.
the last word of the bullet points. The last word of the last statement to start off the discussion.
What is it?
That's crazy.
Humanism.
Whatever that word is.
Yes, I am against that also.
Nice.
Everyone, please, just keep your stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very like American spirit. Like, don't mess with me.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so, I mean, finally, I guess, like, you need to know the video's on. We'll edit out this part, but you gotta talk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, I need water.
Let's go grab it.
Let's go grab it.
Y'all want water?
I got some right here.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
What I got? Is this the UV thing? Does
Ultraviolet.
the UV work?
Yeah.
What's so good about it?
Ultraviolet just gets rid of like all the bad stuff in the water.
So it's like this has like UV light and
Yeah.
it just UV radiates.
Like you
the
go to
water.
like a
Let me get a
river
vape pen
water.
in that.
Yeah.
Well, and let me get that water.
It even changes the taste of the water slightly.
Yeah.
There's like a slight change in it compared to like normal filter water. But like it's like you're getting water from like a water fountain.
Tastes fresh.
Flint, Michigan, for example, right?
Yeah.
Put the UV light.
Just
in
put the
it,
UV
you're
light
good to
on
go.
there. Yeah, you're good to go.
That's what they were missing.
Zap all those. Yeah, honestly, dude.
I can solve Flint right here.
It's on there right now. Does lead break down under UV?
No.
No, right? If you have like lead pipes, would they not like?
No, I think it's organisms, bro. It just kills off like any like bacteria.
Okay.
The real question is if it's gonna work in Pakistan or not.
Ooh.
Fuck no.
The organisms
I mean,
there
that's
are
what
just
it's advertised to do.
I mean, I can try it. I'm planning to go back to Pakistan. I really want to go back just because I kind of miss like the.
Buy the bottle.
Huh?
Buy the bottle.
Bro, no, I just miss like the vibe of Pakistan and like the culture.
Yeah, it's
But,
like
It's just nostalgia, bro. It's not like, I don't know, when was the
No,
last
it's
time?
nostalgia.
You went pretty recently, right?
I mean, it's been a while now for me. 2018. I was going every year before that.
2007 for me.
That's wild. Yeah, no, it's
Yo,
different
that's
every time
wild,
you
bro.
go.
2007.
So what I remember, the nostalgic Pakistan that I remember doesn't exist anymore.
You went in 2007 as well?
No.
He's never gone.
He's just disappointed.
Yeah, I think I went in 2017 or 18 too.
We're kind of sitting in the range of experience, Pakistani experience. Like you
That's
lived
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
I went 50-50 there. You visited.
Never
You've
been.
never been.
Wait, you never been?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. Not yet.
You chose the wrong
Well-
time, bro. अच्छा ज़माना तो चला गया.
Yeah,
I
now
mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm supposed to go there and like be a part of the revolution or something.
there ain't no
Yeah, these
revolution.
people are not.
not
Everybody's
happening?
asleep, bro.
Okay. Even right now?
Yeah,
So
fuck
isn't
it,
there
what
like
do
a
you mean?
huge like
The maximum
riot
people are gonna
movement
do is go to an
nationally?
Imran Khan protest.
No, like right now they got
For
something
nobody
going on.
but
They're
themselves.
like they're all like marching on the. What's going on?
Well, I mean, I'm not honestly up to tune. Like, I'm not. I
Today
don't know.
specifically today was
Yeah.
like a national like they all like put up containers and were like yo.
But that's been
They
an
were
ongoing
protesting
thing.
for Imran Khan, bro,
Yeah.
probably, I think. Is
They-
it? Or
But
not.
it's like an official like PTI like. It's not just a rally. It's like a.
It's
Yeah.
been an ongoing effort from BDI, like, to do this, like, for
Mhm.
what now? Almost going on 2 years now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no, I mean, it's so tied to one person. Like, it's so much of this is tied to Imran Khan, for good or for bad, whatever. But when he's gone, let's say he becomes prime minister again, but he has to go someday. I mean, there's no foundation to this past. It's a populist movement like you've seen other places, but there's no. I don't know what good can be gained from this. Maybe it will stop the bad for a while. It's a band-aid, but I think the point of no return, we've passed that.
What was the point of no return?
I think this Russia-Ukraine, when this war started, this was a time when we could have, like, when you see these camps becoming
Yeah.
way more
Yeah.
way more
Entrenched.
naked, way more rigid, and at that point, I guess Imran Khan wanted to go the route of like, hey, we're gonna be part of this Russia-China bloc, and his removal and them pivoting back towards towing the State Department line. That's backfired because we've already invested so much time and energy with China building up that diplomatic relationship over the past 20 years that now that when China is at the forefront of this multipolar world that's emerging, we're on the back bench for both camps.
Yeah.
The U.S. in this geopolitical cost benefit analysis, you are somewhere way down the priority list, and as far as China is concerned, with their expansion into Africa, them becoming one of the biggest trade partners becoming the biggest trade partner around the world now. That position used to be held by the U.S. Pakistan's not a priority anymore. In my opinion, the past 2-3 years, you've seen like a deprioritization, and for good measure. I mean, I feel like societally, geopolitically, honestly, you can make the case India, Afghanistan, UAE, Iran, everyone in that region is so much more integral to like the geopolitical like canvas right now than Pakistan is, where it's the most forgettable place in the world at the moment.
Well, clearly, Imran Khan making that decision means that Pakistan had some significance geopolitically. Like, so how do you, I mean, of course, him choosing to align against U.S. interests was concerning to the U.S. So what do you think was their motivation there?
Well, I mean, I think it's temporary, right? Because he was trying to buy Russian gas when no one else was supposedly allowed to, even though everyone ended up doing it anyways. Which is I think Pakistan also ended up buying Russian gas, natural gas from Russia.
Pakistan
made a deal with Russia.
Yeah.
Right before Ukraine, I think.
Yeah. Like right before.
They had a meeting right before, and then they were gonna proceed with that.
Yeah, but after he was removed, they ended up the new administration ended up buying the Russian gas anyways.
But it was also the drone-based thing that he didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
that
this
coincided with U.S. leaving Afghanistan.
This says a lot more. I mean, these factors for sure, but I feel like it was also easy pickings in a way for the State Department compared to you've seen again around that region now, whether it's India, right, Bangladesh, where
Sheikh Hasina was kicked out.
Yeah, all the way out to Yemen, Iran, Iraq. State Department efforts, they're met with a lot more conflict. In Pakistan, this happened within a week, as in like the meeting that he was supposed to have, that he went to Moscow for. When he comes back, this whole cable issue that he had, I guess, diplomatic cables that proved that there was collusion against his government by sitting members of parliament and the U.S. State Department. I think within 48 hours it was a wrap, and within a week or so he's already in jail. So this was just, I think it says more about how easily the State Department is able to control Pakistan, right? Or I guess like the political class, the military class, compared to the rest of the region.
Okay.
I mean, there's a level of depravity, in my opinion, associated with that. I want to zone in on something actually. I went to this mushara yesterday, and a lot of like the songs, a lot of the like the poetry that was being recited was from the 60s, 70s. That has been like rehashed by Coke Studio, right? And I love it. It was great. There was a lot of fez in there, a lot of like renditions that that you've probably heard now in Coke Studio multiple times, probably maybe.
Yeah.
But there's nothing new. There's like in the past 20 years, you look at it, you're like, wait, in the music scene alone. Remember like when we were in high school, like I remember like Aadat from Jal, that came out in 2004, right? And there was a,
That's crazy.
it was hype, right? That was one of the biggest like songs ever dropped, and this was a year that Junoon broke apart too. So there was like a vacuum, and they filled it. Since then, like Atif's been the biggest pop star for South Asia, which is 2 billion people, give or take now, and he's released 2 albums in 20 years.
Yeah, but it feels like it's been a lot.
It's just because Coke
'Cause it's the
Studio,
same
you know.
rendition,
Yeah, it's like, oh, let me, a new Tajdari Haram, there's like a new Chap Tilak, there's something new. But, as in new, it's just like, there's no originality.
I think society's just not in that phase right now.
In
That's all I
any
can say.
aspect, honestly.
Yeah, and like society is just going through like this phase of like we're not in a phase of poets. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, there was all these like Coke Studio, all this stuff is like Faz rehashed and all this other stuff. And I was thinking about it earlier, and I think it's just society is not in that, you know, like stage of life, you know, where that's what's prevalent. There's nobody thinking along those lines. Everything is kind of like reaching a.
Well, I mean, a lot of
There-
people
there's-
aren't familiar with like some of the old poetry as well, so I guess they're using that to their advantage. Like some people don't know like some of the songs that they hear on Coast Studio
Yeah.
are from like
Okay.
an old poet from like a long time
But
ago.
it just ends up becoming like tokenizing, like, you know, like old things real quick, right?
Yeah.
And although I don't mind it at all, I find it like cool. I understand what you're saying too, where it's like just rehashed. We don't have anything like that's like that is a classic,
Well,
or like
let's-
something that's like what
No, go ahead.
that's like poetically or like, you know, like even ideologically profound. We're not really seeing that nowadays. Right now, it's very much like everyone is kind of like just now becoming somewhat politically conscious or whatever.
Are you talking
Culturally
specifically
conscious.
about Pakistan right now?
I'm talking about everywhere. Because I don't think this is limited to just Pakistan, bro. Like, I don't think it's limited to just Pakistan. Even, like, you talk about it in the States, like, what, we're talking about music right now? Hip-hop isn't...
Well, let's honestly, that'd be an interesting comparison, right? In the past 2 decades, who is the biggest hip hop artist out of in the United States? Kanye.
Probably.
Since 2004 onwards, only.
Yeah.
You say Kanye or Drake.
Yeah.
These guys,
Drake.
both of these guys,
Yeah.
consistently are putting out music so much so that people are like, hey, these are filler tracks. Coke Studio, let's say, and we're just zoning in on Coke Studio, but like the broader music industry in Pakistan specifically. Yeah, and some of these things, I admit, they do overlap with other music industries, but those music industries are reaching that point now. And it's because of these streaming, all these streaming apps and services. When it comes to Pakistan, you're talking about like 2 decades. Let's say this guy, the biggest star we have, is releasing 2 albums, and this is not only restricted to him. You can talk about Ali Zafar, I don't know. I mean, there's no good bands, honestly. At the turn of after 2009, I can't think of any bands that like just like.
Like, we can talk about talent and stuff, but like Ali Zafar, he hasn't released anything.
Yeah. Well, what he has released is music in India, in movies that he's worked with there.
Yeah.
Or Coke Studio songs, again, renditions of old folk songs, old religious music. But
I mean, not even that.
Yeah.
Old. Like some of the renditions are from like not even that long ago, like Junaid Jamshed's time.
yeah. So you're like, wait, this is exactly. It's not even like
now that
nostalgia.
everyone's drawing off of like early 2000s. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Even Bollywood's probably gonna be doing that. Bro.
So what happens when it gets to a point where they hit like 2010 and now all they have is rehashes to rehash?
Well, I mean, so okay.
That's like the 2012
Hopping-
Doomsday.
Hopping like more industries, I guess. If we talk about the whole like Kendrick Kanye beef or whatever, right? That was
Kendrick and Drake. Yeah.
Kendrick Drake.
Yeah.
That was Kendrick saying, "Yo, hip hop is dying, and this is the line I'm drawing." To a degree, right?
Yeah.
In this scene, people have just become aware that, hey, this is an issue. The awareness is just now setting in of the issue that, hey, oh, this exists.
I mean,
This is
Nas
a
was
problem.
saying this in 2004.
Nas was
He
saying
said,
this.
Yeah.
"Hip hop
Dead.
is dead."
Yeah.
But mainstream mainstream out, and it's coming back. Who was saying it after that?
But I mean,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
let's say in that 2 decade period, the biggest stars, let's say, you're right, like, and there is like saturation, and there's like a bunch of artists that get signed, that get shelved.
Yeah.
The biggest stars don't stop putting out their artistry until like they don't stop painting. They don't stop like as in Kanye. You can't imagine him putting out 2 albums in this time period. I think he would go more insane.
Yeah. Not
Or
being
Drake,
able to release.
for people say like he has gambling debt. That's why he's releasing so much music. But he's putting out albums, bro. Like he'll try different stuff, everything. In Pakistan, this is not something that started in the past 5-10 years. You're like going back 20 years. Like our biggest stars, they'll go to India.
Well, so the stars are doing different things, right? It seems like, especially in hip hop, there's this thing where you drop an album, either very frequently, you're dropping mixtapes, albums, you're doing the future thing, or every few years. Kendrick Lamar drops every few years. Schoolboy Q drops every few years. A$AP Rocky drops every few years. J. Cole. But in Pakistan, you drop an album and then you start acting and you start doing soundtracks and then you start coming on game shows and then you advertisements
So
and you're
these,
just
these
like
dudes, young stunners.
Ramzan specials.
then
these
you
guys, young
Ramzan
stunners
specials.
came out,
They're on
and at
Coke
first
Studio.
I had a lot of like hopes for them.
Who?
Young
stunners
Stunners.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Talha Anjum and
Talha Yunus.
Talha Yunus. I think I messed with Talha Yunus because he had a really good flow. He had a sick flow.
Yeah.
But then they just went all poppy. They went commercial,
Hmm.
and that's what happens with every single like celeb. As soon as you get that first Pepsi commercial, it's game over.
And that's just how it's set up right now. Like it's all consumer based. Like,
Yeah, or
how are you making money?
or
that's
they'll go to
it,
India. Like there's just at a certain point, it just becomes like Pakistan doesn't have anything to offer these people to a degree, and also they are just assholes too.
Well, it seems like the music industry there is underdeveloped, in the sense that
Bro,
like,
but
do
the
you
thing
have
is,
labels that are?
there's no at a certain point. It's not like the Pakistani music industry didn't have. Bro, they had a Pakistani music industry has had a lot of money.
Yeah, money is there, but
Like-
it's just not.
They've had the chances to create something big, but I don't know what I don't know how it works specifically. I'm not gonna give you no technical.
Like, are
to
they?
do
They
this,
have.
but-
I'm sure they have record labels out there.
Like Coke Studio is the biggest in my opinion. That seems like it's the biggest thing for Pakistan. Like when you think Pakistani music nowadays, it's
Yeah,
What
it's
I don't
more
what
so
is it? I think I'm not familiar with the different entities. Like I don't know like the record labels involved. I mean,
That's
I
what I
don't
would be
know about
curious
labels
about.
either.
yeah.
I thought like
Who's
all these
signing
I
artists?
thought all these companies own their music. Like in India, you know, there's like T Music and shit like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like those types.
Well, I mean,
I thought that was
honestly,
like.
it might
I thought
be
that
like-
was distribution though.
it might be like ARY Music and stuff like that. I feel like it's gonna be something like that.
it could be.
That's
You
distribution.
know that. Let's say music specifically. It could be related to different business stakeholders. This is not restricted to music only. You can talk like any good writers, journalists, any good poetry. I mean, honestly, like you have to go back to the '90s, the '80s to like find anything that's viable
Yeah.
as like even competent,
Yeah.
right? You will see on TV shows or whatever. Like there's a lot of TV shows, there's a lot of TV channels, and they're all a bunch of old people that people are familiar with now, and that's the saturation of like I guess what would be social credit that exists. I don't know much about the pay scale, but it's definitely not as lucrative as India. But what sells their playback music.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
I remember when Gaul went there. Gaul was a nice good band, and I think they went to India and they became much more
They went to
Ladi.
India.
Yeah, I went to India and
they
they had a movie that they sang a couple of songs in.
They made it to Bollywood.
Dhadke Jia.
Sounds familiar.
I think that was one of the songs, or I think maybe. But that became much more like a boy band type thing. You can't nothing of note comes like you can't think of like, hey, this guy, I think a couple of exceptions, maybe Ali Sethi, right? He's emerged, but again, he's caught a lot of his popularity from Coke Studio too. Right?
Yeah.
He blew up because of that. which is good. I mean, he got put on. Farid Shafi.
Mm.
Even though that
Yeah.
is like, you know,
Yeah.
that is a completely different topic that we won't. We'll wait for Dana.
She
for
had
this
like
one.
a family. He had like a family connect also. Like Misha Shafi was on, so it's easy. But for like
on Coke Studio, like, and she
Yeah.
blew up from that as well. So there is
she
that
grew up
connection.
from Coke Studio. I thought she was. She didn't she have some like a career before that?
I think she was like an actress or something.
She was an actress.
Yeah.
Or was she an actress? Again, you don't even know like who if she's an actress after, because I think she was
just
singing.
that's the thing.
So, okay,
they
I don't
they
know
turned-
what her career thing was. I knew she was an actress before, and then I saw her on Coke Studio one time. I was like, oh.
Like the Jello guy, you know, like Farhan. Farhan.
Farhan Saeed.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
He has a good voice and
He
all.
has a good voice.
He's been acting for like a long time now,
Yeah.
right? I think he's put out one album in the.
But see, here you don't have that, right? 50 Cent, yeah, now he's doing that. He retired. He has his own like thing. He did one like Get Rich or Die Trying. Eminem did 8 Mile. They still kept putting albums out.
Yeah.
I'm sure
yeah.
they went on Jay Leno at some point or something like that.
But they didn't become game show hosts, right? And I mean that's an example, but I find like this.
They didn't get into a showbiz industry
Yeah.
per se. They're still hip hop artists. They're still rappers, but they were in show business.
Yeah.
Kind of, they would dabble, you know.
Yeah. Again,
They were in
like
the
these
celebrity circuit and
avenues.
whatnot.
I feel like there's no. I feel like that's the, I guess, overarching theme throughout industries, throughout different spaces. In Pakistan specifically, it's more of a survival game, right? And it's like, oh, as soon as I got this lottery ticket, like, this album's good, let me cash that in right here, get some chips in this movie,
Yeah.
and then as soon as that's done, oh, India, that's definitely, you know,
Like,
money
Bollywood
right there.
movies, like,
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then at that point,
I mean, now there's like a ban on Pakistani artists in India.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Really?
There's been. That's
Oh,
why you
shit.
have. Bro, all these guys that went to India to get like, aside from fucking Adnan Sami, that bitch ass. But like, bro, aside from like, yeah, they have a ban on Pakistani artists. So
That's crazy.
क्या नाम है उसका? Fawad Khan. Mayra Khan.
Yeah.
Like all these guys. Like,
Unless you get that big. Like,
no, they're not allowed to work there either.
Oh,
Oh, I should know
that's
that.
crazy.
That's why like you haven't seen them in anything after
Oh.
that. Like they,
Yeah.
I think Mayra Khan got a movie with Shah Rukh Khan, and then they put a ban, and then she didn't get anything after that. Just
I mean, if only we just, you know, made and marketed our own movies, you'd see
Yeah.
these guys anyways.
That's crazy.
But-
we had like 2 movies come out that I heard about that were okay in the past like,
Yeah.
oh no, 3. What was that last one that they made? It was with Fawad.
Pakistani
I have
movie?
no idea.
People said it was good.
Bro, the one Pakistani movie I watched was that one with Ali Azmat. And that's the only Pakistani movie I watched.
Which one?
Remember that like way back in the day, Ali
Vod.
Azmat? Yeah,
we
yeah.
went to go watch that in the theater.
And he's an artist too, and he was in a movie.
Yeah.